This conference
We
will
are
now be recorded.
now we are going to discuss about methods and constructor. In our previous sessions also we have discussed about methods. Now we are going to discuss little bit in depth. Okay. Okay. What is method? What is method? If you look at our method, it will contain 0 to many statement. It contains 0 to many statements. Once you write the methods, it will be reused. It will be reused. How we are saying it is reused? If you look at here, you write a method inside student2.java, like doing all, listening, writing. So you are writing some methods inside student2.java. So it is used inside student2.java. Also, it is used inside main.java. Okay. To use this particular method, I can call instance for this particular class and I can call the method. So I am reusing this particular method or functionality from another class. So the method is reused. So method contains 0 to many statements. It will do some functionality. Okay, it will do some functionality. It will be reused. Okay. Method is also called functions. Method is also called functions. Some people will tell it is methods. Some people will tell it is functions. Okay. Okay. In the methods, we can pass parameters or argument. In the methods, till now, all our program except main, all our program does not accept parameters. That means it is 0 parameters. It will not accept any parameters. But the main method, it has one parameter, that is string, array of string. Okay. So but in real case, method will have parameters. Okay. And also, second, okay, methods will have parameters like this. Methods will have parameters like this. Int a, int b. That means this is the method add. The method name is add. It will accept two parameters or it will accept two arguments. Each argument should be separated by comma. Each argument should be separated by comma. And also each argument should be specified what type it is. If you look at here, there is a parameter a, its type is int. There is another parameter b, its type is int. Okay, its type is int. So it accepts two arguments or it accepts two parameters. And another one, before this is the method name. Before method name, okay, there is a word, there is a keyword void. That means this method will not return any value. If a method does not return any value, we should mark the particular method with void. If you look at here, even our main program does not return any value. That is the reason we are marking our main method as void. If it is void means our method does not return any value. And if you this add method accept 2 argument, this add method accept 3 arguments. Okay. So okay. So method may return value or it may not return value. Okay. Okay. Any doubt about method?
Yes, you're saying method will return value, may not return value.
Uh,
Why is it like that?
it depends. For some case, a method no need to return a value. If you look at our main program, okay, if you look at our main program, okay, it will just run by the our JVM. This main method no need to return any value to the JVM. It is depends upon the functionality. I will show you next sample that will show you how to return a value. Okay, it depends actually. Patmaja got it? It is confusing.
Yes, I got.
Okay. Uh, the thing is, the point here is a method no need to return a value. It depends. For some case, it need to return a value. For some case, it no need to return a value. It depends upon our requirement. Okay. Okay. Parameters also called arguments. Okay. A methods can have 0 to many parameters. That means if you look at here, in this method, it does not has any parameter, but this method has 2 parameter. If you look at here, okay, if you look at here, what I am doing is for this class, I am creating a object. For this class, I am creating a object and I am calling this method. Okay, I am calling this method. So when this method is called, the control will come to this function or this method. It will print hello buddy. Okay. After this method is finished its execution, the control again will come to here. Okay. What will what it is doing? It is calling add method passing 2 parameters. Since it is passing 2 parameters, the control will come here. So we have two add method. We have two add method. One accept 2 parameter, another one accept 3 parameter. Since here we are giving 2 parameter, the control will come to here. So what we are doing, int c a plus plus, we are printing this sum of this number. The next line will come to here and this function will be, the control will come to here, it will be executed. So this is the output. Okay. Function to download Java. Okay. This the same program somewhat rewrited with return. Somewhat rewrited with return. If you look at here, what we are doing, we are printing the sum. We are printing the sum inside the function itself. We are printing the sum of two number inside the function itself. But here what we are doing, we are not printing the sum of two numbers inside the function. Instead, what we are doing, we are returning the sum of two number. What we are doing, we are adding the okay. The thing is, you can do in two way. One is you can return this. What we can do is, in the return keyword itself, we can add it and return, or we can store in some value. If you look at here, we are storing in some value like C, and we are returning it. Here what we are doing is, instead of printing the sum here, we are returning demo 10.20. Since the return type is int, we are storing in int. Since if you look at here, demo.add 10, 20. For this function, what is the return type? For this function, the return type is int. Since the return type of add function is int, we are storing the value of this function in the int variable. Okay. If you look at here, for this function, the return value is what? Double. The return type is what? Double. That is the reason we are storing the particular this one here. Okay. Right. So but this one we are printing in the particular function itself. We are not returning anything. That's the reason we mentioned as void. The key thing, another key thing we need to remember is, before the function, we should mention the return type. That means this one is wrong. Void static. This one is wrong. This one is, if you save and if you compile it, it will throw error. The reason is, before the method, we should define the return type. If it is not return anything, we should define void. If it returns some value, we should define the particular data type. This is wrong. It should be somewhat similar to this one. That means the return type should be immediately prefixed with a method name. Add. Okay. Before that, I have said function demo. I uncommented this particular line. I have a add method here. I uncommented this particular line. Can someone tell me why it is showing error? I mean,
because the non-static method cannot be accessed from a static content, but a static method can be accessed from a non-static content.
yes, exactly. The thing is, Add is a what method? Non-static method. We can't call the non-static method from a main is a static method. Main is a static method. We are trying to call a non-static method. That means instance method. That's the reason it's showing error. Okay. Let me compile and run this one. Function to demo. In our previous program, we return, we print the result inside the function itself. We print the result inside the function itself. But this program, what we are doing, we are returning value from the function. We are returning value from the function, printing the particular value of the function in the main method. Demo say hello. What it is doing? It is returning hello buddy. So since the return type of say hello method is, since the return type of say hello method is string, we are storing in string variable name str. If you look at here, this one 10,20, so it will become here, the value will be returned. Yes, it is returning int and like that. Any question? Hello. Hello, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
In the 10th
Clear.
line, you have mentioned int num is equal to demo dot add, but the demo is yes, I got it. Sorry.
Okay. Okay. And another one, if you look at this program, and another one, if you look at this program, I have 3 add methods. I have 3 argument methods. One is it accepts 2 arguments. Both argument type is int. And another one, I have a add method. It accepts 2 arguments again. Number of argument is 2, but the data type is double. For this method, it is called, sorry, for this method, the parameter type is int. For this method, the parameter type is double. But for this method, it has 3 arguments. It has 3 arguments. For this method, it has 2 arguments. The type is int. For this method, it has 3 arguments. The type is int. For this method, it has 2 arguments. The type is double. But if you look at these 3 methods, all the method name is same. So the thing is, what we need to understand is a class can have more than one functions that have the same name. More than one function that have the same name. This is called function overloading. This is called function overloading. Mostly in the interview, they will ask, what is function overloading? For beginners, they will ask, what is function overloading? What is function overriding? Function overloading we will see in the coming sessions. So this is called function overloading. If a class has functions, functions that has the, if a class has functions that has the same name. For our case, our function name is what? Add. 3 functions have the same name. If you have functions have the same name but differ in number of argument, or number of argument or type of argument. For this case, number of argument is same but type of argument is different, is called function overloading. Okay, now here if you look at here, yes,
I have a question.
yes, Midun.
How do I call a specific function in the add? Specify which of the 3 functions to call.
Sorry, come again.
Let's say I want to call a int with a 3 parameter, that one. How do I specify I want to call that one instead of the other 2?
That compiler will decide based upon, if you see 10 is int type,
Yes.
20 is int type, 10 is int type, 20 is int type. Okay, so both are, if you look at here, 10 and 20 are int type. So since 10 and 20 are int type, what is the matching what is the matching method for int and int? This one.
Doesn't double also count?
Sorry,
Double also match, right? Double.
which one is method?
Double add. Line 29, the function there.
Add.
Add. Oh yeah, that yes. The thing is, if you look at here, this one is double, right?
Oh yeah.
This one is double, this one is double. So when this line is executed, when this line is executed, this one is called. For this, for line number 10, line number 23 will be called. Okay, for line number 10, line number 23 will be called. For line number 13, line number 29 will be called, for because the type is here double. So for matching method is what? This one. For this case, line number 16, it has 3 arguments. It has 3 arguments. So for that, matching method is what? This one. Okay.
Okay, I understand.
Understand? If you first, what is called 2 int types. 2 int types, because this one, when line number 10 is called, the control will come to here. So first, what is called 2 int types, and this one are double type. So when the line number 13 is executed, the control will come to here. That's the reason. First, when the line executed here, 2 int types will be printing. When the line executed here, because of it is double, it is printing. Since it has 3 argument, the matching method is what? This one. It is clear
Okay.
now?
Yes.
Patmaja, do you have any doubt?
No, it's clear.
Okay. Function 2, 2, 2, 1. Okay. Okay. If you look at our example, to return a value, we should use return keyword. We should use return keyword. Okay, we should use return keyword. What is keyword? We can't use the keyword to declare a variable. So return is a keyword. Void is a keyword. That means we can't declare these keywords to declare a class name, variable name, or function name. Okay. Okay. What is method overloading or function overloading? Multiple methods can have the same name. Most of the interviews for beginners, they will ask this question. Multiple methods can have the same name as long as the number and type parameters are the number and type parameters are different. But if it is as same, it will not compile. That means, like let's say, I'm doing the same thing. Will it compile? Can someone answer? Will it compile or not? Hmm. What it is saying? Method add is already defined. The reason is, if you compare these two functions, both add function has same number of argument, same type of argument also. Same number of argument and same type of argument. In here also int a, int b, here also int a, int b. So same number of, so that is a reason it is error. But if you compare these two, the type of argument, even though number of argument is same, both has two arguments, but the type is different. So it is perfectly legal. But this one is illegal because both has same type and same number of arguments. Okay, we'll come to here, scope, method scope. Okay. We need to understand scope. Scope, why we need to understand is, depending upon the scope, we can access the variables. Okay. Variables are only visible inside the particular scope. Variables are visible only inside the particular scope. What is scope now? Function demo, sorry, not this one. Let me close everything. Okay, if you look at here, I have a two static method. One is main, and another one is another static. I am declaring variable int x equal to 100. Int x equal to 100. Since I am declare a variable x inside the main method, it is called local variable. I am declaring a variable which is inside the method. If I declare here, it is what? It is instance variable. If I declare a variable outside a method, it is called instance variable. If I declare a variable inside a method, that is called local variable. Okay. Instance variable will be visible. This instance variable is visible to other methods, but local variable is visible only to the particular function. Okay. Let me combine it first. What's the class name? Scope demo. It is printing 100. No problem. Now, it is showing error. Why it is showing error? Dhanush, can you try? Why it is showing error?
சார் அந்த கோட் ஒரு நிமிஷம் திரும்ப காட்டுறீங்களா சார்?
The card, it is visible. Do you want me to show the console?
Yes sir, one time sir. Okay sir, code ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
One second.
Okay sir.
Why it is not showing? Okay, it is. Yes. It is a error. Okay.
Yes sir. Okay sir.
It is a program.
Sir, it is a local variable, sir. Int x. Yes sir. But you can call it in instance. Sorry sir. You can call it in as a.
The thing is, it is not related to instance. It is just a local variable. Local variable.
Sorry sir. Local.
Since I am declaring a variable inside the main method, it is a local variable. Local variable is only visible inside the main method
function.
Inside the the particular function. But
okay,
the x, this method does not know anything about x.
Yes sir.
Since x is only local to main method, only visible
main
to
method. Main method only. Okay sir.
That's it. Suppose if you define like this, that is different.
Okay sir.
I have a doubt.
Yes, Naveen.
If we declare x as a static variable, then when will it be initialized, during a runtime or a compile time?
At runtime. Initially, compile time itself, it will be initialized. We are discussed, right? if you don't assign any value, it will assign default value. The thing is, the thing is, at the time of loading your class, compiler will give value of 0. Compiler will give value of 0. Okay. So at the time of running your main program, you are initializing x equal to 100. So x, initially it is x 0, and after that it is 100. 1 second. Is it clear? Initially it is 0. The reason is compiler assign default value 0 at the time of loading the class. But when your program run, what you are doing, you are changing the value to 100. That is the reason first time it is printing 0, second time it is printing 100. Have you got it?
Yes, but instead of declaring it outside of a main class, if you declare, outside of a main function, if you declare x as a static inside a main function, what will be happened in another static function?
No, you can't declare, you can't use static keyword inside the function. What you are saying is this one, right?
So we can't use static inside the main function.
Yes, inside the function, static keyword can be used in only 3 places. One is you can declare outside the method. Okay, outside the method you can use like this, or on the method you can use. If you declare here on the method we are using, on the outside the function declaring variable we are using, but you can't use like this. It will give error. You can't use static keyword inside a function. What is showing? Illegal start of expression. Static variable is belongs to particular class. That is a reason it is not allowing to declare you inside the function. If you declare the same thing outside, it is perfectly legal. Got it?
Yes.
Static keyword can be used to declare class variable. That means outside the function, or to declare class function like this. Or another one we have seen just before, right? Static block. Like this. For these three cases only we can use static. Okay. Okay. So what I am trying to say is, since x is defined inside a function main, it is local variable. If I define x outside the function, this is instance variable. Other place it is accessible. Since it is declared here, it is accessible only here. Okay. Now the thing is, that's a reason it is not accessible in that means local variable is not visible outside the function. Now what I am doing is I am removing this one also. So x I am declaring inside the method. I am printing the same x after declaring, before declaring and initializing. Okay. Here also it will show error. The reason is the X is visible. This X is visible after where it is declared. The X is declared on the line of 7. So this X is visible after the line 7 till the closing curly braces. It will not be visible before the line number 7. Since the reason is X is declared. X is declared and initialized at the line number 7. So after line number 7 till this closing, let's say some program is here, some 20-25 lines are there before closing these curly braces. That place your X is visible, but before here, from the start of here, this is X is not visible. Okay. Got it? Any doubt?
Got it, sir.
So, okay. If you look at here, in Java, variables are only accessible inside the region they are created. This is called scope. In Java, variables are only be accessible or visible inside the region where they are created. This is called scope. Method scope and block scope. Variables declared directly inside a method are available anywhere in the method following the line of code in which they were declared. This is very important. What they are saying, variables declared directly inside a method are available anywhere in the method following the line of code. This is very important. Following the line of code in which they were declared. That means following the line. What is the meaning of following the line of code? This one. Following the line of code it were declared. Okay. Always remember, local variable is only visible within the method. Only instance variable, class variable are visible to another functions based upon the criteria what we have discussed yesterday. Okay. And we are going to discuss about another. There are two scope, right? One is block scope. Only till now what we have discussed is method scope. What we are going to discuss about is block scope. Okay. This is block scope. Let me compile this program. Okay, what it is doing, it is printing the number from 1 to 9. 1 to 9. If you look at here, in this particular line, line number 6 to 9. Line number 6 to 9. I have used two variables. One is I have used two variables. One is I and another one is K. Okay. Now, let me uncomment these two lines. It is showing two error. What it is showing? Cannot find symbol. Cannot find symbol. For I also it is showing error. For I also it is showing error. For K also it is showing error. Okay, both line number 12 and 11 and 12. Both it is showing. The reason is this is called block scope. This one is method scope. What this one is? Method scope. Inside a method, block scope. That means I am declaring variable I in the for block. This loop is called block. There is a loop for, right? There is a loop for. There is a loop for. Inside the for loop, I am declaring a variable. Also here also I am declaring one variable. So this is called block. For block. This is called for loop. Is we can imagine like for block. Since the I and K is declared inside the for block, it is not visible. So I and K is only visible inside the for block. System out println K, it is visible. K also visible. The reason is I am declaring a variable inside the for block. I am using inside for loop. It's okay, but it is okay. Okay, it is okay. Okay. Now, what I should do to make I and K visible outside this for block. What I should do to make I and K visible outside this for block. What I need to do is, instead of declaring here, let me remove it. Now what I am doing? I am declaring both int and K outside the for block. So now it is from block it is stand as method block. So this I and K is visible till this at the end of the method. Since I declared outside for, it is visible inside the for, also outside the for. Okay, understand? Now another one. If I look at here, I am declaring a variable age. What I am saying, if age greater than 60, and if you look at here, I am declaring a variable called special price inside if block. If age is greater than 60, this will be executed. If you look at here, it is printing for senior citizen, special price is 4,000. It is printing this value 4,000. Let me uncomment this one. It is showing error. It is showing error at 23. The reason is, since special price is declared inside the if block, inside a if block, it is only visible. It is only visible inside the if block. Int special price 4,000. It is declared inside the if block. It is only visible inside the block. It is not visible outside the if block. What I should do to make visible outside the if block? I need to declare like this. Declare outside if. Okay. The reason is when we are getting error, right? System out println and for is the reason is when we declare a local variable, we should initialize with some value. That's the reason it's giving error. It is a local variable. Only instance variable and class variable will get default value. Only instance variable and class variable get default variable. Since special price is local variable, it will not get default value. That's the reason we should assign value explicitly, or else we will get compile time error. Okay. Okay, that's all about block scope and still we need to about constructor. Since we have discussed more than 1 hour, we will let you have a small break. Any doubt till now? If you don't have any doubt, we will have a 5 minutes break and we will meet again. And also I suggest you to go through the PPTs I am sending before attending the class. The reason why I am sending the PPT to you advance is go through the PPTs, at least read only once, go through the reason why I am sending PPTs before attending the session. Go through the PPT at least only once. It will help you to grasp when I am teaching you. Okay. So at least whatever PPT I am sending to, go through at least only once. Definitely it will be helpful to you when I take the class. If you don't have any question, the time is 18:20, 6:20. We will meet at 6:25. Okay.
Okay.
No doubt, right?
And no doubt for now.
Okay. Okay. We'll wait. We'll meet 6:25.